welcome to the bonus content with Jaime de Leon, and we are gonna jump in immediately on the bonus content on the topic because I believe this is something nice to talk about. I saw it was a tweet or TikTok or Instagram or whatever fucking social media is consuming my time about this dude that said, I believe we got to the moment that we have to start to defend that not all opinions are valid. Sometimes the truth is the truth, and it doesn't matter what your opinion is on the subject. For example, one plus one equal two. And if someone's like, "Well,
Okay.
that's on your opinion," like I believe history, like no, shut the fuck up, like that's it. The moment of respecting opinions is done when you reach stupidity.
Just I think 1 plus 1 equals 2 is a good example, unless you're Terrence Howard.
Actually, apparently, there was the fucking the Korean guy, the no Mao Zedong, the Korean guy that like Kim Jong Un.
Mhm.
He said that one plus one is one, and his reasoning it kind of makes sense. It's still stupid, but the
No,
reason,
I think that was Terrence Howard.
yeah, the one that is like one drop of water
Yeah,
plus one drop of water
yeah,
is
I
like
heard that from Terrence Howard.
exactly. Well,
Yeah, yeah,
I believe you're a lot more right than me on this one.
yeah.
So
Unless he heard it from Kim Jong Un.
maybe Kim Jong Un heard it from this, but that makes sense because one drop of water plus one drop of water is one
He's
bigger,
still one drop of water
just bigger. Right? So,
bigger.
but mathematically speaking, one plus
Yeah,
one, two, and
yeah.
there's some people that
One drop
well,
of water and one drop of water blending into the same body is a whole other scientific process that we're not here to explain. You know what I'm
exactly
saying?
that mathematics.
But it's yeah.
But it's like that. Like there's some people that forget the truth to defend their opinions, and people in this era has been like trying to be more understanding and be more like, okay, let me see where you're coming from. But I believe we got to the point that we gotta put boundaries again and put like stops again to be like, your opinion is your opinion, but your opinion is stupid.
Okay, so give me an example.
Okay. Okay. For one will be the one plus one two. But there are others like for example when what is it? The hurricane like is gonna hit like a place,
Hmm.
and meteorologists are like, "Hey, this is dangerous. You gotta evacuate because they're gonna be flooding." There's people like, "Well, that's on your opinion, okay? You're like, I'm good here. Like, I'm it's like, mother, fucking evacuate. It's dangerous for you and your family. You haven't seen my house. Like, I'm good. Ugh. I believe those moments like, no, no, you're stupid, and we gotta take you out and evacuate. Because if not, and that has happened, if not, I don't know if you've seen like these videos of people that do not want to leave their house in every evacuation, and then a lot of resources like helicopters or boats or whatever have to go to rescue them, and it's like we told you to fucking leave because this was gonna happen.
Okay, let me drill down on that.
Okay.
I don't think those people didn't leave their house because they didn't believe there
There's
was
some
a
people that
storm
actually
coming.
do not believe.
But I feel most, and this is just my opinion. I feel
You
most
see, fucking
people.
opinion. Your opinion is stupid.
I feel most people, at least in terms of what I remember from, like, why haven't you left? There's a storm coming. They're like, this is my house, honey. I ain't never leaving. It's more just their stubbornness
Okay,
of not
stubbornness.
wanting to evacuate their home because they think somehow they're going to survive. I don't think they don't necessarily believe that the powerful storm is coming. And
Okay.
here's the other thing I'll say. There's been many times,
Okay.
and maybe not to the level of a storm, but like lots of times, at least here in Chicago, where they're like severe storm warning, and you're like, what? Didn't shit happen? What? You know what I'm saying? Like they were like, uh, wind gusts or like freezing temperatures, and like it doesn't end up being that bad. right? Like
Okay. Yeah,
especially
yeah,
with
yeah, yeah.
snow, where
Yeah.
like there's gonna be a blizzard, and you're just like, it's a fucking dusting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
4 inches. It's a dusting. What are you
Hey,
talking about?
4 inches is a lot.
And some of it is like Chicago. Some of it is like a Chicago hubris, like this ain't shit. You know, Chicago is like to act like that. But sometimes it really like it ain't shit. Like, what was all that shit about?
Yeah, what was the?
Right. So I don't think that's a good example.
Okay, what?
Here's a better example.
Okay, go.
The COVID vaccine doesn't help at all. Is bullshit. It gets you sick.
Okay.
That's a complete fucking lie, right? And then what they do is they move the goalposts, right? Like the COVID vaccine doesn't prevent you from getting COVID. No shit. What it prevents you from is dying.
From COVID.
Well, you know what? Most people that died had the vaccine because most people got the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? Eventually,
Okay.
or because of some side effect, right? And so there's just lots of ways that, like, to me, a better example are like the anti-vaxxers that use statistics to, or just completely misinterpret
Statistics. Yeah.
statistics to validate their point.
Well, that-
right, and like because according to anti-vaxxers, the vaccine has killed lots of people, but yet there's absolutely zero evidence of that. Now, has there been some dangerous side effects that people have suffered because of the vaccine? Of course. Is it a percentage that is in any way substantial? No. Does every vaccine cause some? Yes. Everybody, every
Yeah.
single vaccine, there is a tiny percentage of the population that has an adverse reaction to it. That's why when you get one, they make you sit in a room for half an hour just to make sure.
But then-
the vast majority of people are okay.
But then you see, this is, and the problem is, both of the things that you're saying are true. Like both statements that yeah, like vaccines are helping, and yes, a small percentage of people are getting the side effects from the vaccine. Both of them are true. Both of them are facts. For me, the problem is when it's like, hey, I got these side effects from the vaccine. It's like that's on your opinion. It's like, motherfucker, I have it. I have proof. Like the vaccine got me. That's you speaking. It's like
Right.
no.
Right. Sure.
Like
Sure.
or people like what you said. People be like, no, the vaccine didn't do anything. The vaccine killed my grandfather's. Like, where's the proof? No, I mean that's my opinion. Then your opinion is trash.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe we should be at a point that to discuss that as a society, because right now, if what you're saying about the vaccine, like you're like in favor because yeah, it helped, but yeah, I do understand that there's a percentage of people that suffer side effects from the vaccine. I do understand that.
Right.
For me, the problem is that like if we don't point out all the facts and know they are truth, and we based on, in my opinion, then the conversation of like how can we make the vaccine better or make the vaccine like have less side effects, or like should we have more approval, should we run more tests, like that conversation is off the table if you don't acknowledge that this is a fact.
Right. Right. I think certain conversations are valid. I think that the biggest problem in this topic right now that we're discussing has been the proliferation of disinformation,
Yes,
and
totally.
how it's almost impossible, for example, to convince a MAGA person of anything they don't already believe. Like they're just, it doesn't matter what evidence you provide them. Like it doesn't matter what facts you think you're providing them. To them, they're not facts. To them, they're like, that's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
no, these are fucking facts. Look. Eh. Oh, really? Look where?
All the-
Factcheck.org or whatever website. Oh, of course you're gonna say that that organization is liberal. You know, like nothing satisfies them.
Dude.
Nothing Nothing.
I,
You know,
I
even when somebody of their own party is saying no, Trump is wrong. They're like, he's a rhino. What's a rhino? A Republican? And he's a part of the swamp. They just immediately go to discredit anything or anyone that counters their belief. It's fucking scary, man.
the,
It's really scary.
but that I believe, like, again, like I said in this podcast, like, I believe I'm trying to be in the center as possible, because first, this is like,
I'm nowhere near the center.
I know it's okay, but I came here, and this is like not my politics, and
Yeah, yeah.
like, I have enough problems with the politics that still affects me in my home, that
How
is
does it still
Venezuela,
affect you?
dude. Because
Your
like,
family there?
first, my family is there, and
Okay.
second, every like bad decision they, like, for example, I, even if I won, like, crazy shit, even if I won, I cannot like take a plane to my country. Why? Because my passport is expired. And in order to, like, they remove that you cannot enter the country with a expired passport.
Mm.
So the solution is to renew it.
Hmm.
To renew it, you gotta go to a consulate. Since Venezuela and United States are in diplomatic like war, there's no consulates in the United States.
I wouldn't go to any appointment right now.
Yeah, but there's not Venezuelan consulates in the United States. They do not exist.
Oh my god.
So I cannot renew my passport. And then the solution is
Just
to,
stay in your basement, bro.
yeah, and then the solution is to have like a safe conduct that you gotta request at the consulate. There's not a fucking consulate. So
Safe conduct.
yeah, so even if I want to return to my country from here, I can. I have to go from here to somewhere else to request the safe conduct and then go to my country. So those are politics that it still affects me. And but again, I try to be kind of like centered on these topics, and I believe there's fanatism on both sides. And I said it before, I said it again. Fanatism is really terrible, whatever it is, because yeah, there are fucking MAGA people that they have the facts and they're like, that's bullshit. That's like what they want us to think, and that's why, yeah, of course, you heard in CNN that it's like, they're fucking facts, you fucking asshole. Like, just look, do your research, and think a little bit. But I have had conversation with people on the other stream, and they're exactly the same. Because I have a conversation with one person that was super to the left, and I put the facts on the table, and I was like, okay, you don't believe me, but here's the research, here's the facts. And they basically look at the facts and were like, well, but I still believe that la da 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 da. It's like, I'm showing you
Hmm.
that you are wrong, and it's
Yeah.
okay to be wrong.
And here's where I'll differentiate between the two. Is that what I will assume, you and some folks would call the radical left
Hmm.
is is still a fringe part of liberalism and of the Democratic Party. It's a matter of fact, they don't even consider themselves Democrats.
Okay.
They're fringe, right?
Okay.
They're lefties, right?
Okay.
They're like fuck everyone, right?
Okay.
The Antifas of the world,
Okay.
okay? It's fringe, and to me, the radicalism on the right now is mainstream,
Okay.
and that's the biggest difference. Because there are still moderate Republicans. I don't have a problem with moderate Republicans who want to argue policy from sort of like a traditional conservative lens.
Yeah.
Small government, lower taxes, family values. All that shit is out the fucking door, bro. There is no such thing as like, traditional conservatives anymore. The people that rule the party is the radical right, and nobody even calls them that. But they've gone mainstream. And to me, that's the biggest difference, and that's why I'll never say I'm center. Like, particularly in the context of where we are right now. Um, all you have to do is try and get a hold of what the Trump administration is doing, which is the wildest shit any administration has ever attempted to do.
Okay.
You know, they're talking about literally violating the Constitution like every single fucking day. They said, fuck due process. They're like, yeah, we're thinking about suspending habeas corpus. Um, they're like, judges? They can't really enforce anything. They're defying judge orders. No other administration has ever done this.
Yeah,
So
I
my
saw that.
problem with people who talk about being like both sides and like they're both this, they're both that is like that you're not paying attention to what's going on because we're in unprecedented times. Like there is a literal threat of fascism in this country right now, and at least in my lifetime, that's never been the case.
Okay.
And I think if you listen to most political experts, not just liberals, but like also there's conservatives that would say this that have left the Republican Party because they're like, this is a whole other level. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, they had and you can stop me whenever you want, but like
No,
they had hearings.
everything.
They had hearings last year on the Biden crime family, and their star witness disappeared, and then they found out that he had lied to the FBI, and the whole shit was gone. In the meantime, right now, right, like Trump and Elon Musk said to countries, "Hey, you need to contract Starlink, which is one of Elon Musk's companies, and maybe we'll lower your tariffs." What do they do? Okay, Starlink, what can you do for us? Like it's just blatant. Like it's so blatant right now. It's unbelievable. The problem is there is so much fucking going on that mainstream America doesn't even like know or understand because they're doing what they call it. They're flooding the zone. They're just like, let's just do everything we want out in the open, as fast as possible, and nobody can do shit about it. You know what I'm saying?
For me, the biggest problem is that I believe at some point the people you want to represent you was the smartest people or the more capable to do the job, and that transformed to the most popular because like they said like Bernie Sanders was like a better option than Kamala. They like I've heard from the left party that Bernie Sanders
Better option than Hillary. you know,
and
you can go even further back.
I'm from the Republican side. Like I don't even know the other Republicans, but they were better options than Trump, like a lot.
Right.
So it's like but they knew it's not the most popular option.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, dude, like I don't understand this thing of like voting for the most popular. Like we should be voting for the person that actually cares about solving problems and about the people, and not who just said that from the mouth out, but actually like care or have the intelligence to create a model that will work.
Yeah, and that um, that thing is anybody can say whatever it is we want to hear,
Exactly.
right? But I think what we don't do enough is like look at people's records, right? Like, do they have? You're saying they should care. Okay, like, do they have a record of caring?
Of caring, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
Like,
should be like one of the like requisitions. Like, okay, you want to be president? Cool. What have you done?
mm-hmm,
Let me see.
mm-hmm,
Oh, you went to bankrupt with like casinos, which is super difficult to do. I don't think you're fit to this.
right,
Like, oh, you were in this, but you have one case of corruption and that's still going on. You shouldn't be fit for this.
right,
Like, you are on this, but like like the government gave you like this money and that money disappear. Like, we shouldn't be like you're not fit. They should rule out like you. No, you can't. You not even like, oh, let's see. No, you cannot be. That's it.
yeah,
And like Dan Dosimo, yeah, he has this joke that I love because he said like presidency should not be something that people vote for. It should be something that you get on the mail one day. Like like for any AI, let's say AI choose one person that thinks is capable enough,
mm-hmm,
and you just get it in the mail, and you're like, what the fuck is? I'm the president of America. I don't want to do it. Like, if not about if you want or not, you're the most capable person. You're doing it. That's it.
Like, you mean like jury duty?
Like jury duty. Like you're the president now. Like
It's your turn to
it's
lead
your
this
turn,
country.
And that's it. And it's like, but I don't want. This is not about wanting. It's about like you are the most capable now, so you're doing it. Like that's it. Like you gotta like step up, and I believe it should be like that. It should be.
You'd have to be you have to have like a pre-designated pool of
Of course.
right
Yeah.
potential.
But you know, like they say like, well, in Game of Thrones it happened a lot. But the person, and in the his joke it is that a, pr- we shouldn't have a president that wants to be a president. The president should be someone that is like, yeah, me, I'll do it, I'll do it. No, it should be someone that the person in the corner is like, I'm super intelligent and I know how to do it, but I don't want this. Like, you should be actually you are the one. Like, it should be someone that is like, I don't want to do it, but I know I can do it better, so then I'll do it. Not someone that I wanna be a president.
Yeah.
But it's how
Did you see the movie Conclave?
no, but they say it was really good.
It was really good, and like what you're describing kind of reminds me of that because like the the um the the person the cardinal that they
They chose.
finally chose, yeah, was not that person at all. Was not like campaigning like, hey, vote for me, guys. Come on. He was like, on the contrary, like very humble, very sort of like steadfast.
And that will make the best pope.
Yeah, right.
So I believe something like that should be for president. Like the president shouldn't be the most popular or the one that have the best campaign. It should be the one that is like he's gonna do a good job. It's like I don't want to do it. Well, fuck you. You're doing it, and that's it. And, that, and with that, we're gonna end. Okay, the president should be someone that we should pick. Not we should first watch the records. Like show me what you have done. You say you care, prove it. And second, it should be someone that doesn't want to be a president, but we're like, you are the best for the job. You're the best fit, so you're doing
The
it.
hardest part about that idea is like, who picks them?
AI.
AI.
That's coming. That shit is coming. So AI is gonna
That's a good
pick it.
answer.
So Google AI, pick well, and we see you with the next president. That might be a robot. So thank you again so much. If you watch this political debate, then thank you so much. And this is the bonus content. So adios. You gotta say the adios.
Adios. Ciao.